Everyone likes a good origin story, and you two didn't originate from real estate, so what made you decide to dive into trying changing the real estate industry?
We both found ourselves in this point in life where we had started successful businesses and we were looking for our next venture. And we just kind of explored all these different spaces that were of interest to us. It wasn't until we stumbled upon the real estate space that we found what I now believe is our calling.
Yep.
We just fell in love with it, sight unseen.
Just a surprise to me.
Yeah, it's easy to fall in love with the space because of the agents themselves.
Yeah, the people.
Yeah, the people. It's all about the people. We began to realize that these are just hard-working entrepreneurs trying their hardest to make a living, and they're stuck playing the rules of this game that's just completely stacked against them.
We felt that there was this segment of agent that was underserved and more so really exploited. And no one was working to advance their interests and take care of them. And that is what was so compelling. So we started reaching out to agents saying, look, we have nothing to sell. We just have some ideas and we'd love some
How can we help you?
feedback. Can we buy you lunch?
When Guy first approached me and talked to me about what would you do next? Because I said, you know, I think at some point I would love to have my own company of some kind. And he's like, well, why won't you? And I thought, because I have to take on liability, I have to have people on payroll. There's just so much responsibility. And he's like, okay, well, what if we created this platform where you do run your own business? And we assist you with all that, but we take on the liability, we take on finding the people and putting them on payroll. What would you say to that? And I thought, that's impossible. And he said, nothing is impossible.
Guy proceeded to not only read my mind and tell me that everything that I had been asking for 8 years actually could be a reality and was. I just wasn't aware of its existence. But also to lay out some fundamental truths about the real estate industry that just completely blew my mind.
4 years ago, it wasn't obvious to most people that teams were going to be the future. Real estate historically has been an individual sport, and you're seeing teams take up more and more share. And it's because when you work together, you're going to accomplish more than if you just work alone. And I think that is only going to intensify, and that, of course, is what we're continuing to lead the way on and invest behind. And it's not just going to be about the team, it's going to become more about the brand and the company. So it's about really transforming individuals into teams, and then transforming teams into brands and businesses and companies of individuals and other teams that collaborate and work together.
Agents certainly want to be part of this cohesive team of highly skilled real estate professionals, but they also need the ability to showcase how they're different from everybody else. We don't try to tell them, this is how you should be running your business. We listen to them, and that's really how we innovate.
Finally, someone listened to agents and found out where is it that you spend a lot of time, what are your pain points, and created a technology solution to it. My husband and I walked out of that meeting and said, this is how it should be done. This is how it could have been done, and no one was doing it.
When we first started the company, we used to talk to agents a lot about how Ed and I have no idea what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. And the only way we were going to know that is for them to tell us.
Yep, exactly.
And for us to spend time and observe and learn. And that continues to be the case. That is baked into the DNA, the culture of the company. We're, every respect, an input-driven organization. Virtually everything we've ever done and will do will be because we're listening and observing what it is that people are saying and doing.
Yeah, it is a centralized, agent-centric mission that we have, and I greatly am fortunate that you guys decided to dive into that.
Internally, we talk about how there is no finish line. So as long as there's still a need and there are still problems to be solved, we're going to continue doing just that.
Yeah, and pushing the envelope.
Totally.